Hey guys, Sunday Funday is back again. I want to thank, special thanks to, God, why am I always so bad with names? Is it Carlos, I believe? Maybe I'm totally wrong. He's probably going to be hating me right now. Anyway, he follows me on YouTube. He gets hold of me. He's down in Bellingham, like across the border. Linden is close to me. He's across the border there. I don't know how far a drive he is. He's maybe an hour. And he says, Rick, I have the air cleaner you're looking for. Oh, you guys, Peter and, oh my God, I'm forgetting everyone else's name. Anyway, I'll come up with your names by the end of this video. Anyway, he says to me, he says, I have one. And I says, oh man, really? What do you, he says, is it worth a t-shirt? And I'm like, hell yeah, it's worth a t-shirt and another t-shirt and some decals and all sorts of stuff. And this guy's so cool. I just love his whole attitude. He's telling me how his son is in the cars and he's showing me pictures of his son's truck and what they're doing. And I'm like, oh wow, like that's just, they're just down home people with good hearts and they're having fun with cars. And he's like, I wish I could have this and wish I could have that. And I'm like, dude, you got the coolest truck ever. Like, you're building it at home. Like, that's hot rodding. That is hot rodding. Hot rodding is backyard builds in small shops, especially that you're doing it with your son. Anyway, he says, I got an air cleaner for you. He comes all the way up here, drives across the border, brings this air cleaner just for me. So I'm just like, oh my God. So now we have 4. Now, originally one was mine. And his, where did it go? Right here. His actually has the proper piece. This piece is actually a 5 1/8 and fits on my carburetor. Right? So take that and put it on there. There we go. So now I just have to make one more of these. Now I might make the next one a little lower so it's staggered. So the back cleaner is a little higher than the other one. But so now you're probably thinking, Rick, now you're becoming a hoarder because you had one. Now you've got 3. Well, you only needed one. Why do you have all these? Well, I'll tell you why. I'm going to match them up on my 55 Chevy gas arm building. I think that would be so cool. I just think it'd be cool to have 2 cars with the same scoops. And I like these scoops. They're really, really cool. So again, thanks a lot, guys. Anyone else out there that is going to say, I got a scoop for you now? It's okay. There'll be someone else out there like me that needs it more now. I've got enough. But mind you, now that I'm saying that, it was always nice to have a spare in case one falls off one of the cars. Anyway, so I'll show you what's going on here on this Sunday fun day. Went did a little picking this morning before I work on my car. Grabbed this for the bar. Coors advertising. Grabbed an old Pilsner beer can. Grabbed this for outside on my shop shelf. Rubber repair kit. Grabbed some old matches for the bar. I don't know if you can see that the way it's reflecting. And that, oh, Dine and Dance, that one says. This one is cigars, cigarettes, tobacco. And this is swing time. I got this Winston thermometer, a little faded out. I don't care. Got a beer sign for the bar, and it's an original. It's not an aftermarket. Got this old for cigarette papers. Hang on the wall. This is cool. Bill's Golf Service. So what you do is you put this outside of your house where the rain would hit it, and you'd get up in the morning and you could see how much rain actually accumulated overnight. Isn't that neat? I picked up these old, now these are right from the 50s, old hot rod patches. Look at that. Here's one. Street Rod Association, Street is Neat, Burlington. Wow. I'm going to grab this one. They're right from the day. And then I grabbed, some people are going to get upset, all the crying hearts out there. This is Centennial 1958, or 1858 to 1958, BC Centennial with the ribbons on it. And people get upset over the images. The gentleman was actually telling me he can't put them on Marketplace, he can't put them on Craigslist. It's just not allowed. And I don't know. I mean, people are just trying to erase history. I get where they're going with it because back in the day things weren't the greatest. We all know how it was. We're not going to get into it here, the topics, but it's history. It's a part of history, and when you erase history, in my opinion, it repeats again. Sure, there were slaves and all this kind of stuff, and I said I wasn't going to get it. Sure, that all went on, but it's a part of history. And you can't erase it. It was what it was. If anything, we have gotten better in the world, so we don't have that anymore. But they don't want our children to see it today. They don't want to see what the bad was in the word. But the children need to see what the bad was so they know not to do it. Because if they don't know, they could happen again. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. I'm just saying. It's a part of history. Leave it alone. We don't touch cars that are history. Why would we touch other history? Well, there we go. So what is going on today? We're going to drop that subject and get on to it. Well, we have got my car in here because the lift is free this weekend, finally. Then it's tied up for another month. So we're going to address a few issues on the car. One thing we're going to address is, I remember I told you a long time ago, I bought the oil pan. The oil pan is an inch deeper than the factory one. So I don't got enough clearance. So we're going to be swapping out the oil pan today. What else was it? My thermostat's giving me a little grief. She's sticking once in a while. So I'm just going to replace the thermostat. And I'm going to do something on my back suspension. Doing a little tweaking. Going to raise her up a little bit. Just a little. So I'm going to be playing with that. I got the oldies going in the background. I'm in my shop. I'm by myself. And I'm just loving it. This is going to be my day today. So with that being said, I'm going to get things lined up here, set up here, and I'm going to get going on the car. And then after all that's done and said, maybe I won't get it done this weekend because I still have to make a riser for the other one, but I can start making the riser for the air cleaners and get these nasty things off here. Isn't that right, Sean?
That's right.
Those are ugly.
Well, they're not as pretty as the other ones. I mean,
yeah, right?
I really like that.
Yeah, those got to go.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Well, we'll be back in a bit.
Cool.
All right, we're back. As you can see, car's jacked up in the front, car's jacked up in the rear, drive shaft out. 4 bars out, spring out, diff out, changing things. What a fucking nightmare. That's all I can tell you. Tools all over, bleeding from the arms, scraped up on the knees, but that's okay because it's all fun. That's hot rodding. Remember that, guys, when you're out there. That's hot rodding. Never ends. Back to it. Got to get this diff set up proper. Alright, I'm starting to get the back bolted back up. Took me a little bit. So what I wasn't happy with was my tire always sat above this line here. I just didn't like that. Some people build these Model A's and they put it right up over here, and that's fine. I mean, I think on certain cars out there, I like it. I think it's cool, but I don't want that. I want the tire to be right in here. I wanted it to be within that, you know, underneath the lip. I wanted it to be there, and it was above it. So, I think I got it. It's hard to tell on this side. Yeah, pretty certain I got it. I mean, according to the tape measure, I got it. So, anyway, I got to tighten everything up. And then we got that done. Then our next step is we're going to get her up in the air and we're going to yank that oil pan off. So actually, by raising the back up, I brought the back up an inch is what I did. So by bringing the back up an inch, I'm going to remeasure my pan because honestly, it won't bring the pan an inch. But if you're lifting the back, you're lifting everything. So it should bring that pan at least another ½ inch higher from where it was at just even right now, in my opinion. Oh, so we'll find out. So anyway, got to tighten everything up and we'll go from there. All right, back end's all buckled up. Didn't bother test driving it because I just couldn't be bothered. Draining the oil now. Next step is get the oil pan off. I've only got I got 2 hours left, and then I got to take my wife and my mother-in-law out for dinner. So pan's not a big deal to come off on these cars. It's cleaning the goop up off the bloody engine. Takes some time, right? So I'm hoping to get the pan off, the new one on, let it seal up overnight. Tomorrow morning, come in here, dump some oil in it. Got to change my thermostat in the morning. I'll drain the water tonight, I'm hoping to. Do thermostat in the morning, dump some oil in it because the pan will be on. I'm hoping, we'll see, we'll continue this video here. And then I think we're back on the road. Back on the road in time for Sunday, if not at least Sunday night. And actually I don't want to go out during the day anyway. I got shit to do, so I just as soon take it out Sunday evening. So I'm okay, I think. The diff definitely took longer than I thought, but I'm pretty certain I resolved my problem. I've got it sitting where I want it to sit, so everything should be good. Let's hope. Okay, we got the old oil pan off, sitting over there. We got a new one right here. This is a factory one. Got it from Summit Racing. This is what a 327 would have had. It's not one of those aftermarket louvered ones on the bottom, which is nothing wrong with that pan, except the point that the plug is on the bottom of the pan, which I don't know why they do. As far as I'm concerned, no oil pan should have a plug on the bottom. It should be on the side. But we're going to put this on, and it's going to be time for me to go. I've got 1 hour here left. Got everything cleaned up underneath, and get this on. I'm just going to let it seal up overnight. So I got an hour to do this, and I want to drain the coolant too, so I can pull the thermostat. And then tomorrow, let's just fill everything back up, and away we go. So that's good. I'm happy. Took a little longer than I thought. I got started here today. Oh, I'm going to say I got started just slightly after 10, and I'm finishing up at 5. So yeah, 7 hours. Who thought? The diff was the longest, but anyway, it is what it is. That's hot rodding. All right, oil pan is on. I'm draining the coolant. Got 10 minutes to go before I got to go in and get cleaned up. Go up for dinner. So as long as I can get this coolant drained, what I like to do, get the coolant drained and then get the thermostat off, get the new one on within the next 10 minutes, and away we go. All right, we're all apart. All apart and 5 minutes to spare. 5 to 5. Fuck yeah. Oh, just messing around. If I'm a couple minutes late, I'm a couple minutes late. Dinner's not till 6. I'm just giving myself an hour to clean up. Oh, we got to get there, I guess, too. That's a total of 20 minutes. Anyway, water's still dripping out there, so I'm going to get the thermostat. Here's my new thermostat. Let's do that right now. Holy man. That took all of at least an hour or two. Anyway, thermostat's on. Get the housing cleaned up. Boom, bam. Thank you, ma'am. All right, people, that's it. 5 after 5. 5 minutes late, but new thermostat's on. Hose is on. So we'll put some coolant in it tomorrow morning. We'll put some oil in it. That's why I left the oil cap off, so I remember. So when I go to grab the camera to continue this filming, that oil cap's laying there. So dump some oil in it. By that time, the thermostat housing will be all nice and dry, and the oil pan will be dry. And then, yeah, we'll try it out. We'll try it out, see how everything works out. That'll be that. But first we got to get up and we got to go to the gym. But anyway, we'll do what we can do. Okay, I'm out of here. Taking off, continue this video in the morning. I'm going for Greek food and some drinks. Lots of drinks. Okay guys, we're back. There she is, she's sitting down on the ground. You can see what I mean, how I got the tire just below the lip of the body. Before, the tire was even with that lip. So I like that better. Swapped out the oil pan. I now have exactly, some of you are going to cringe when I say this, but the old oil pan had 3 inches of clearance. Then it had that plug hanging off it by 1/8 of an inch, so it gave me less than 3 inches really. Now I've got 4 inches of clearance on the oil pan. Now I don't know anyone in the Model A's, but I was reading all over the ham and everywhere, and everyone says 5 is like perfect ideal, 4 is fine. Some people say they even have ran 3, you just got to be careful. But anyway, I got 4 inches now. You can't really see it under there, but it's under there. You can see it a little bit just poking through there. So that's definitely fixed up. Took it out around the block a couple times. Temperature staying down at around 150. Goes up to like 160, 165 when I'm sitting in traffic. Like around here, traffic. I'm going to take it out later tonight when it's a little cooler. Take it for another boot. See how it goes. And then from there it needs a good cleaning, which will just be next week. It's already Monday tomorrow, and you know what Monday is? Monday's cruising day with the boys. So Monday cruising day, what I've got going here is I've got the, I'm going to take, you're probably thinking, why don't you take the Model A, Rick? Well, I'm going to tell you. You all know I finished this car 3 years ago. And it wasn't until this year I've actually been able to really drive it, because I changed out that intake I had on there at the 4.2s to dual 4s. Now it runs like a fucking dream. But then I had problems. The speedometer was giving me grief. Then the front brake clip fell off. And it broke off, and they're 1941, 42 Ford cars, so no one had one, so I had to order brake clips. They took a week, and change the intake, and then the oil pan, like I told you, was too low. The diff wasn't sitting right, so it was kind of riding kind of rough too. So I finally got all that finished. So with that being said, I've only put like maybe 75 miles on this car. I don't want to jump in it tomorrow and go on a cruise, because me and the boys probably go at least 75 miles on a cruise. And I just don't want to take it on a cruise at that moment like that quite yet. What I'm doing is I'm cruising around my neighborhood out in Greendale here, which is spacious farmland. I'm going to Yarrow and back, and I'm just cruising around there and doing like, you know, I start out doing one day, I'm doing like 30 miles. The next day I'm going to try and do like 50, then 70. Once I get to like over 100, when I got 100 miles, I'll be confident in it. But for right now, it would suck to go on a cruise with the boys on a Monday and have the sucker break down or have some sort of grief, you know? And we don't stick in Chilliwack. We go way out in the valley, so I'm just not ready for that. And plus, it's fucking over 30 tomorrow, and this car's like she's hot inside. Not really hot, but she's warm. So we're gonna take this old beast, we're gonna give her a wash. I'm not taking the wife's wagon, we're using the wife's wagon for something else, but she's filthy, so we're gonna wash this up right now. So between that and I've been putting a few more things up in the shop. I got a Canada Dry clock that actually works. So I got that in, working and plugged in, and I put another little cabinet here. Got some Monkey Link tire patch there. So I did that, you know, putting some Dunlop rubber repair kit. Remember you saw that? I put that up there. I'm putting some more gauges in here. Just kind of tidying up. I took the clock that was over where the Canada Dry was, because it doesn't work, the Gabriel shocks, and I put it over here because I don't want to have just everything in the shop in one spot. I want to fill the shop. Like, I'm going to put high shelving up on there and put trinkets. I've done nothing of this wall. Not that really people don't come over this way, but hey, you walk in the shop, you look around, all of a sudden some cool signs and a shelf full of more trinkets. Hell yeah, love it. So I'm doing that. And this is actually Sunday. Yesterday I started the video, I just called it Sunday Funday yesterday. It was Saturday, that's why you saw Sean here. He was working away. And see, I kind of cleaned the office up. I had a bunch of shit laying everywhere. I'm getting the counter cleaned back off again. Trying to get through that. I still got a few things here to put away, but it never ends. Just doesn't end. And I'm putting stuff up in the bar. As we're speaking, I'm putting stuff up in the bar. I've actually got the ladder in here right now. Got the ladder in there right now, and I'm going to put that deer skull up. I'm going to put it right up here on top of the pole. So I'm going to do that, then I'm going to go wash my 58. That's what's going on. That's what's happening at Old Time Garage this weekend. Just hanging around this weekend doing stuff. Well, yesterday, my mother-in-law's down for the weekend. So she came out, she came Friday. So she's been here since Friday, and she's still here. So we're hanging out with her during the day and the night, and you know, I'm trying to play in the shop and go and see them, and you know, my wife and my mother-in-law, and see what's going on there. And they were at the thrift market yesterday selling, and I went there and helped them too to set stuff up. And then I had to come home and I had to work on the car, and that was all day. Then I took them out for dinner, like, you know, and then today was go to the gym, and then I had to get home and get back to work on my car. And then, like, say, you know, now I gotta finish it, washing the car up, and then I got to do it with my mom and mother-in-law, so I got to hang out with her. She's really cool. She's really cool, so I like hanging out with her. I don't hide from her. I like hanging out with her. But I feel bad. I feel like maybe I am hiding, because every time she comes, I'm always doing something. But I have a list that's never ending. If it ain't cars, it's yard. And if it ain't yard, it's something else. If you look here, look even here what I'm doing. I don't know if you can see this. You see this bobcat here? If I'm going to zoom in here, look at. I've ripped all my fucking sidewalk out, ripped all my decking, not my decking, but my cement out by my back door to go into my basement. I'm building a lower cement patio there and a whole new sidewalk. I've even got that on the go. There's always stuff on the go here. I'm just super busy. Super busy. And I know my buddy Billy, he's been trying to get home this weekend, but I texted him, said, I'm just too busy right now, Bill. I can't. He's always calling me at the wrong time. He's always calling me when I'm either sitting with my mother-in-law, or he's calling me when I'm trying to work on my car, and I just ain't got time. Actually, for the next month, I ain't got time for nothing. Next weekend, Jess and I are gone away. The weekend after that, we're gone on holidays for 5 or 6 days. The weekend after that, we got something else going on. We're just always busy right now. It's summertime. Want to get hold of Rick in the summer? Almost impossible. Anyway, I'm going to get back to it. Going to go wash my car. You don't need to see any more of this video. Always good time at Old Time. I'll catch you next time.